Okay, so boom, I see that the poll has power couples actually exceeded the dream percentage on the poll. So, maybe I jumped the gun a little quick or whatever the case may be, but some late stragglers coming along. I'm still grateful for it, but because it's so close, the percentage is neck and neck. I decided to do the power couple video as well. All right, so here we go. So if you heard me speak about this before on my channel, as far as the astrological natal chart for America, right? I have it, I know it, and thankfully my peeps looked out, let me get that, and I've been able to make great assessments from that. I'm still doing it. So as I mentioned before in other videos, Libra is on the 10th house cusp of America's natal chart, which means recognition, status, right? Prestige. What you're known for is on the 10th, is what the 10th house represents. And there we have the sign Libra, which means business relationships, right? Being fair, being able to bring balance into your life, whether it's work-life balance, whether it's family, career balance, all the balances that need balancing out, right? So the video could be shortened just because of that. Like, that's why you see the emphasis put on power couples in America. I'm talking about America too. Other people that are watching from overseas, I'm not sure what the natal chart is for your countries. I'm not sure how your media is published over in your countries either. I mean, I could get on the phone and find out, but I'll leave it up to your own devices so you can articulate whether you see these similarities in your country. And if so, it's probably because America emphasizes it so much. And because America does such a great job at publishing and advertising, that is why they're able to trickle down their persona onto other countries and other countries. And I've heard this from plenty of people that I've met from overseas out here that came out here. They're like, yo, I used to study, one of my African friends, he told me he used to study politician speeches when he was over in Senegal. And he would, just tell himself all the time, like, I'm going to America, I'm going to America. And like, he would just recite Ronald Reagan speeches and stuff for me, older guy, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like amazed by this. He was like, he still watches them on YouTube and everything. So this is what I mean about how powerful the publishing and media is in the United States. So I say that to say this as well. This is why you see power couples at the pinnacle of media, because it influences a predominant amount of the rest of the country. Now, am I saying that this is a state of law, like this is rule in this country? No, it's not. And for those of you who do not try to run the rat race or run the same race that everyone is racing, because you are in tune with your own natal chart and natal charts of your significant others and stuff like that, you realize and you catch on like, oh, okay, I'm not a fixed sign, I'm a mutable sign. So this is why I go around that, and I don't have to be that way because I do what works for me, right? However, you may see your friends, your neighbors and stuff, they're in love with celebrity culture. They look at TV all the time, and that's all they talk about. Some people even strike out, go broke, or get into a lot of problems because they're trying to replicate what they see in this high-powered media machine in the United States, right? So let me give you an example. And I'm going to use Cardi B as an example because for the simple fact that she actually asked the politician what is happening with her tax dollars because she pays so much. You understand? So with that being said, there's a lot of tax incentives that comes with being married. And the reason being is because Libra, the sign of these binding contracts, is a sign that actually mitigates the ego. It mitigates the ego, okay? Because for a man to be able to contract out with a woman, and we're different. If you haven't figured that out by now, we are a different species. For a man to do that, he must silence his ego. He must quiet his ego in order to do that. And it's believed that this man will learn how to take care of someone else, especially a woman, significantly woman, when being incentivized. You understand what I'm saying? Because now you have to care for someone. So it's like breaking bread. And that's why they call it a woman's touch, stroking the ego, if you will. You know what I mean? To calm it down. And without it, you hear the term toxic masculinity, because it is believed if a man is left to his own devices and is just powerfully rich by himself, he might run amok and believe that he can do and behave however which way he wants to with women, because he's a jock or he's a stud or he's just filthy rich, so he's a playboy, he can do whatever he wants. I'm pretty sure you've been privy to observe these types as well, so you can understand where I'm coming from. However, so you may say, okay, well, there's an incentivization because, or a man is being incentivized because he's powerful all by himself as well. And that's true. Some men are like psychopaths. They work to the point of, and you can work smarter or harder, but they work to the point of accumulating so much wealth or just applying themselves to that measure that they are able to obtain the type of wealth that you'll see power couples have, right? But it's different strokes for different folks. And at the same time, like I said, the behavior of that type of individual, and it's not necessarily so, but 9 times out of 10 or more times than likely, the behavior of that type of man is going to be aggressive, it's going to be ambitious, it's going to be a lot of, mostly on the go. You know what I'm saying? Fire sign type thing. So, but back to the whole Cardi B example, the reason why I brought that up is because she questioned what happens with the tax dollars. And when you are a power couple at a stature, at a level that she is, right? You know the tax code inside of the United States is very high. So with being given a lot gets taken a lot as well. And the more that you can publicize these types of couples to influence the rest of the citizens in this nation, then you encourage the same type of behavior, the same type of couples being incentivized to complete, or to replicate that procedure. You understand what I'm saying? So it fuels government more, it fuels the poor more. And then the question may arise, right? I'm pretty sure this is everybody's question right now. Well, then why, with this stimulus package, are all these other countries getting all of this money and then Americans are left with this? And it's because of this. It's because of this. And I don't even have to do this, but I'm doing this just because I know y'all are listening, and this may help if you did not know this stuff. We are still the reserve currency, all right? And with being the reserve currency, the rest of the world depends on dollars. So in that process, we have made contracts with people overseas. It's called foreign policy. We have been in bed with people overseas for years now. Years. So basically what I'm saying is, if you don't, or if we do not fund those obligations that we have overseas all over the world, then those economies collapse. So just imagine that. Now you do your own research and you find out what happens if that happens. I'm not going to give you all the answers, but just think about that. Think about that. And we're supposed to be a global power, right? Supposed to be leaders of the new world, right? So think about that before all of the complaints start building and stuff. Just do some research and you'll understand why this happens. So this is why I use the Cardi B example, is because she can understand, or, just people who follow her and just listen to what a politician would try to answer to her, whatever the case may be. And, I have, matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the thumbnail the percentage of tax dollars that go to welfare, because I see this a lot, and it's irritating to see how many people are upset at the poor because of these, tax allocations. So I'm going to do that as well and let you see how that breaks down. And then you'll see even more why people overseas get so much money from taxpayers and stuff like that. But as I was saying, if you want to build a society and you want to build the whole scenery of kings and queens and stuff like that, then you would want to, what they call make men effeminate or demasculinize. I'll be butchering that word, right? But do that to men. And it could be called another word. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, right? I was just webcamming with a girl, right? And we playing with the filters. We're playing with the filters, and I got all types of suspect filters on my face and shit like that, right? So I'm laughing. I'm disgusted by it, but I'm laughing because she's laughing. She finds it cute. She finds it funny. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you're a guy and you've never been through this with a girl, maybe you're just that tough. Maybe you are. You're just so fucking hard rock that you'll throw your phone on the floor and curse her out if these filters come across your face. Maybe that's just, you can't stomach it. You know what I mean? But this is my point. I laughed it off. I had fun with her. You know what I'm saying? Her favorite one was some real feminine suspect shit. But hey, it is what it is. She's a girl. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how the universe looks at these different species, these different genders pairing together. There's going to be an understanding that you're different. There's going to be an understanding that you are not going to bend down behind men in tights and grab balls from behind them to throw at each other and tackle each other on grass 24/7, guys. You're going to go find a chick and grab some tits. You understand what I'm saying? So with that comes more incentive. And this is why power couples are favored when it comes to economics. Now, let me tell you how this happens, though, right? Because I can't leave this part out. This is very important. If you look at the 9th house, which precedes the 10th house, Leo is there. 9th house rules over publishing, media, right? So what happens there is you get this Maserati style thing, this Bugatti thing going on, this Birkin bag thing going on, right? And the bottom line is this: the more, if you want to play the power couple role thing and all that, the more you guys purchase these items that are high priced, the more incentives you'll get to continue your lifestyle. That's just how it goes. And any house second over from the house that you're talking about is the money, is where the money comes from. So the second house over from the 9th, you count 9th, 10th. That's where the money comes from for the 10th house, Libra in the 10th house. So if you want to be a power couple, all you got to do is get with your girl. Y'all start continuously buying high priced items, maintain a lifestyle. You'll see the sales will come in. And if the sales don't come in to support that lifestyle, you're going to get investors that support that lifestyle. So a lot of times you'll see some celebrities don't even pay for some of the stuff that they wear because these brands are giving it to them to keep this type of economic cycle going on. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it works. That's how the power couple thing works. You publicize it in the media to the point where it's grandiose, like Leo suggests, right? And these nice, boastful, expensive things appear, and then you have the power couple at the pinnacle of society. You understand? And some of you may think that because they're so wealthy that they're hoarding cash. And sometimes that's not true. Sometimes they're just asset rich. Like, because of their spending behavior, as soon as they get it, they buy it. So if you get 2 million and you buy a Bugatti, you do the math. You understand what I'm saying? And then you go buy some Birkin bags, and then you go over here, you go over there, you take a trip to Dubai, you do the math. You understand what I'm saying? So, and at the same time, these people are taxed heavily when it comes to the United States, because I'm pretty sure the people in charge of that know exactly what I'm talking about as well. All right, they know exactly what I'm talking about as well. Now, what also could be questioned here is, can multiple relationships be? I had to put my own twist on this shit. Can multiple relationships be courted at this same type of level? I'm just give you a hint. Like, do you know any type of celebrities that are a power couple and they've still had dealings with business dealings with other entities that generated revenues? Right? And maybe you might even had an affair or rumors of affairs here and there. That's still Libra in the 10th house, y'all. It's still Libra in the 10th house. So same rules apply. Same thing applies. And that's the whole power couple story within 15 minutes. I'm out.